Hi and welcome to Vehicle Inventory Management System. So let me show you guys how this system works. So we enter the name of our customer there. Let's say it's Dean J. Jonathan or Johnny. Right. Now address of Dean J. Johnny is, let's say, 45 London Road. Telephone number of Mr. Dean, there we go, and email of Dean J at gmail.com. Now Dean wants the following accessories on the car you'll be buying. So let's say it's going for Lamborghini. He's trading in his old car, so we just need to click on total. Then we want to print out the receipt there. Okay, and if you want to exit, just click on exit, click on no, and you can always reset and start all over. Okay, let's say this time around is going to be Terry Moore. Alright, and address of Terry Moore, number 12, that's a Carlton Road. And telephone number, email of Terry, and Terry wants the following. Doesn't want it to be modified. The car he wants is Rose. Okay, is he trading in an old car? Yes. There, receipt. Okay, so what I'll do now is take you guys straight into Eclipse development environment, and we'll put one of these together. So let's do that now, guys. Hi and welcome to Eclipse tutorial of inventory management system. This inventory management system will be based on car sales. So let's start now. Alright, that's my workspace there, so I'm going to click on OK. Alright, now that Eclipse is ready, I'm going to go to File, New, Java Project. And right there, let's give that a name. We call it Eclipse underscore inventory. So that will be the name of my project. I might as well just copy it. I'll then click on finish. Guess you guys can see it. That's it right there. I'm going to click on that finish. Okay, the next thing is, that's our project folder there. Right click on the project folder and we select new, select order. The next thing is go to, once this dialog box pops up, make sure you go to window builder, and inside window builder I'm going to select JFrame, this very one. I'll click on next. Now give my project a name, and I'm also going to give it a name for my package. So for the package, let me just enter vehicle there. Right, I think I'm going to enter vehicle here as well, but there's no space. Right there. Now click on finish. You see right here we have the source for this project, and we also have the design. If you click on the design, that's just loading up. There we go, we have the design, the frame. Okay, we have to make some changes to this very frame. In the first place, the layout, or you can always right click and you will see set layout, or you can just take care of it right here. You see the layout there? You can always click on that and select absolute layer there. Okay, the next thing is, you see the border. You can always click on the border, like I'm going to click on mine, and right here if you want to change the thickness of the border itself, you can do that, but I'm not going to be bothered with that. But the title, let's select a title for my project, and the title is going to be inventory vehicle. I'll just call it vehicle inventory management system. Vehicle inventory management system. So that's the title. Okay, it's going to be right at the top, at the leading edge, or you can always get it centered or whatever is right there. So maybe I should get it centered, why not? Click on OK. There. That is it right there. Okay, the next thing I would like to do now is, I'm going to now go straight to my source for my project. Okay, I have every other thing defined there, so let's collapse this so that you see what I'm going to be doing now. Alright, here I have the coordinate. I'm going to change the 100 to 0, change that to 0, and change this to 0 as well. So I'm going to change this width to 1380, and let's change this to 800 there. So that would be the width and height of my project right there. Okay, the next thing is, I'm going to come straight into or onto the palette right here. There, let's select J panel, and this very J panel, let me go straight to the property. You see where it says structure? That's where the property is. And the properties of this J panel, let's select border, click on the border, and then let's select beveled border. Okay, make sure it's lowered. If you like, you can always change the color. I'll change my own color to dark gray and click on OK. Let's click on OK. There, that's my panel right there. So the next thing I want to do is, let's come straight to the boundaries there and set the width. I'm going to change that to 470 by, let's go for 250 right there. Okay, let's copy this there. Okay, if I run my program now, this is how it's going to look like. Let's see. There we go, guys. So the next thing I want to do now is, right up here, change the layout to absolute. Select the second one, repeat the same thing. So right here I'm going to enter a label, one label here. And now let's change the size of the font for that label. Let's make that maybe 20, and make sure it's bold. And the content in that label, let's change it to 10. You can just copy that same label and paste, and do that. Copy just the label, paste, Ctrl C, Ctrl V, and paste it there. Just one more, copy and paste. Alright, I need JTextField, enter one JTextField here, drag it that much right there. Let's change the content in here. That'll be name. That's changed. Okay, change this one to address. So in here we more or less have the customer's details, and here we have postcode, telephone, then we have the email. Just what will make life easy for us to contact the customer. That's what we have in here. So right underneath here, I'm going to copy all of these, copy that and paste it right in here. Alright, I had to speed up the whole process, else it's going to take a very long time to finish designing the interface. So let me run it so that you guys see how it looks like. This is how the whole interface looks like right now. Okay, here I have text box, text box or text field, combo box, checkbox, combo box, text, and right here that's a text area and buttons. Alright, but nothing is happening right now. So let's end the whole interface and come right inside the code. You see in the code or on the code right here, most of my Eclipse always defined all of the objects or components that I used. Okay, my text field, all the components are declared, and right here the component for the text field are also declared as a global variable. But I'm going to declare some other component myself, so let's go for the frame. Let's see, is there a frame there? No, there's no frame, so I'm going to have to declare that. So I'll start by entering private, let's say JFrame. I want to call the name of my JFrame, let's call it frame there. So I've now declared one. Let's correct that spelling there. The other ones that are not declared, or that are declared as a local variable inside this method here, you see this method, that's where all of the components are declared in there. Those are the, I think, the checkbox I noticed. Okay, combo box is not declared. And let's see, what about the checkbox? The checkbox are not declared as global variable as well. So what I'm going to do is, I have two checkbox, I'm going to declare those as global variable. There's one, that's for the trading, so let's say private, make that global variable. So I can then delete the one here, this very one. I'm going to delete that. Yeah, I'm going to copy these as well and delete this one. So let's make it global variable. If you don't do that, you're going to end up with an error, or your system will not even work. Okay, so that's global variable now. Now I have 5 checkbox, if you guys can still recall. I have 5 of those. Look at them, they are all declared within the method as local variables. So let me come in here, because I'm going to need them to function as a global variable. So let's copy that and get rid of this and convert it to global variable. Okay, right underneath here, there. So I'm going to repeat exactly the same thing for the other 4. There's 4 more here. One is taken care of. I need to take care of these. So I believe you guys get the whole idea, so I'm just gonna speed that up to save time. Okay guys, all of my components are now declared as global variable right there. Okay, for the frame, let's start with that first. So what I will now do is, let's come straight into the design. Let's start with the exit. Right click on the exit and let's select an event for the exit. Add event, add action, action perform. Right in here, I'm going to enter an event. Let's see, I may have to declare this as a global variable as well, but let's see what's going to happen if I don't. So let's start by frame. Let's say equals new J frame, and in there I'm just going to enter exit for it right there. And let's say if J option dot show, let's say dot show confirm dialog. I'm going to go for this, right? So let's say that's frame. The frame now we declared, and the argument is going to be confirm if you want to exit. That's my first argument. Let's say comma. Let's enter the name of my object. That's vehicle. Or let's just say vehicle inventory system. Inventory system, maybe with an S. Okay, then the next thing is, let's enter a comma here and just enter, and let's say J option is 01. I'm going to copy it. Dot yes no option, yeah, this is 01, that's fine. And right in here I'm gonna now compare it, equals J option dot yes no option, right? And let's enter a curly braces there. In that case, let's say system dot exit, right? So that from here down here, those are my lines or lines of code to exit the system. Okay, so let's give that a try. Let's run it and see what's going to happen with the button. Yep, if I say no, it remains there, and if I say yes, that is it. So that is fine, the button is working. Okay, so that's how you write your own exit. You can always write it just enter by entering system exit alone. Then if I copy this, let me show you what I meant by that. If I copy this and just paste it right in here, let's come to action perform, and right in here just enter system exit. Yes, it will exit the system, but it doesn't actually prompt the user to confirm if they want to exit or not. You see what happened? So that's not a good system to design, so I'm going to get rid of that, delete. But with the proper exit, when you click on that, you might make a mistake, so that's why I prefer it that way. Okay, the next thing I want to do is let's take care of the reset itself anyway. So with the reset, if you guys can still recall, that's the reset of, let's go back in there and just right click, action, perform, reset. So the first one, let's go for JTXT name dot set text, this very one, and let's make that no. So that's a reset on it. I'm just going to copy this one to speed things up, then followed by JTXT. I think I have address there. Let's go for JTXT. I do have a telephone, and JTXT, let's see, that should be email, right? That's one more thing, JTXT email. Let's see, do we have something like that? It's an error there. What's the name? Oh, it's just J. Let's end TXT. That's correct. There's one more object. Postcode. Okay, back in there. Okay, JTXT email is fine now. Let's go back in here. Alright, that's fine. It's meant to be here. So this one is JTXT postcode there. Alright, so let's go for the tags. JTXT tags, JTXT subtotal, JTXT total. Then I also have JTXT. That would be for my GPS. Yeah, GPS. Okay, paste that, but I want that to default back to 0. Right. So all of the components in here, let me show it to you guys, because they all have 0 value, they should default them back to 0. So let's come back in here. Now the next one is, let's see, that'll be JTXT stereo. JTXT stereo there. Okay, the next one, that'll be JCHK later, right there. Okay, for now, those are my, I'll be using that very button to clear this one. So if I run the system now, let's see if it works. Run. Okay, and you enter maybe name in there, address, say Lagos, and whatever in there. Okay, we can just clear right there. Oh, I've cleared the wrong one. That should be TXT. So let's go back in my on the code and get that sorted. I think it's somewhere down here. So this should be TXT. Copy and right there, JTXT. So that is fine now. So this one works too. Let's see this. Right. Reset. That's good. Back to normal. And this works as well, I believe. Right. What about these ones? Now, okay, these ones. and not working. Okay, let's take care of 1, 2, and these ones, then we can call it. So this, that is for car, JTextField car, that's a 0 default in there. Paste, copy, and default it back to 0. And the other one is called right there, default that back to 0 as well. Okay, what about the receipt? JTextField. Okay, I think the receipt is still classed as local variable, so let's, you see right in there, create a local variable. No, let me make it global variable. So I'm going to go up there, or first of all let's come right down here. That is the receipt itself. So I'm going to copy all of this, copy it, and let's delete this. Okay, go right up there and set it as a global variable. Let's say private receipt. There, it's now a global component for the system to use. So if I come straight into look at that, the error has been resolved. Okay, so that's how you play your own system. So if I run it, let's run it and see how it looks like. So that is it. Let's enter whatever in there, in here as well. Alright, okay, reset, there we go. Okay, the next thing I like to do is, you see these two combo box, I would like to enter data in them. So let's exit and go straight onto design right here. Select the very first combo box, this one, and let's come to the property right here, the properties, and select model. Click on that very button there. The first thing I'd like to enter is, let's enter select a car. So that's the first data on it, followed by, let's go for, maybe we go for Bugatti. There. Yeah, the next one I'm going to enter Lamborghini. I guess the spelling is right. Then let's enter rows. Let's say ruler there. And let's go for Porsche as well. I think that is correct. Well, I think that should do it. 5 of those, or 4, yeah. Okay, that is fine. Now the next one is this very one. Let's select that as well, and in there I'll start by entering select mileage, because you are allowed to trade in your old car. So let's say the mileage you have, in fact, once a car is driven out, let's say it starts from 1 to between 1 mile and let's go for maybe 5,000. That's it, the car has lost its value. The car must always start with 0. If I dare see 1 on the car that I want to buy, that means it's a used car. So now let's take from the next one is from 5,000 to, let's go for maybe 20,000, then 20,000 and 1 up to 40,000. then 40,001 up to, let's say, 100,000, and anything above 100,000 plus, well, we don't accept that for business. Okay, there we go. So that is taken care of. Okay, let's run it and see. Drop that down. Alright, that is fine. So what will happen is I'd like this to give me the price here and this to give me a price here as well. But supposing we have a price there and we want to reset, we can reset this, we cannot reset this, so that means we have to get this reset. At the same time, we need to reset this as well. If I click, I want to uncheck it and let it default back to the right value. So let's come back in here, and right underneath here we reset that, and we need to reset the other one. So the next one will be, let's say it's JCheckGPS dot set select the selected item, just set select equals false. Right, there we go. So the rest of them will be false. Okay, let's copy. Yeah, I'm just going to copy all of this and change it around. Paste that in there and come right down here. This is going to be JCheckButton, JCheckButton, and this is JCheckButton, this as well. Now set them to false. Copy and there. Alright, so let's run that and see. So we've taken care of the combo and the checkbox as well again. So let's come in here, all checked and selection made, reset. Brilliant, that's good. Alright, that is taken care of. Now let's try and take care of the total. No, we need to take care of these ones. So when I select anything here, I want the price in here, and mileage, how much discounts you will get, and if you select this, what's the cost. So that's true. So let's come in here. Now let's take care of this. So I'm going to double click on that or select an event for it. Let's go to action form, and right there. So the name is JCMB car. So I'm just going to copy that. Let's use an if statement. So if whatever car dot, let's say selected item dot equals, and what would be the name of my car. Let's go for the very first one, and that is Bugatti, I think. Bugatti Vena, right there. So if that car is the one that was selected, or that is selected, then I want the price JText car, the car cost dot, yeah, sets text, and how much shall we go for? So for a Bugatti, that'll be approximately maybe almost 1 million. Oh dear. Okay, that's expensive. It's almost $1 million. Alright, so I'm just going to copy this and change it to run for the other cars. That's it, all the cars. And the next one, let's go for Lamborghini here. I think that's BR. Right, I must get the spelling right, else it's not going to work. Okay, what is the price of a Lamborghini? I have no clue. I don't even have a car, so let's change that to about that. Maybe 8, something like that. Okay, the next one, let's go for a Rolls Royce. Yeah, let's change that. I think that's expensive as well. I don't know. Well, you guys can always find out the price of whatever car you intend to enter. I'm just making up my own price here, which I think is not valid. You can always do your research. You can't be bothered with that. Okay, Porsche. Maybe that one shouldn't be that expensive. Okay. I think this price are not valid. Okay, let's just take off one value each. It's almost $1 million for a car. No, it doesn't make sense. Okay, something like that. Maybe. Alright guys, so I'm gonna leave it like that. So that is the price for those cars. Now, what about the other ones? So that means let's run it and see. If I select any of these, give me the price. Select this, that's good. Select that. Rolls Royce. There's a mistake there. You see the spelling of the Rolls Royce? We need to change that to something else. Yeah, that's wrong because of the spelling. Let's go back in there and get that sorted. Alright, then we sort this out. Back in here, select this and just come in here and take care of that. Get rid of that. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, the next one, right click and go to add event, and the same event I'm going to be using, action perform, right in here, and the name is this. If that dot get, that will be dot get selected cars, so selected item dot equals, that was meant to be 1 to 5,000, right? So we need to make up a price for this. So how much discount you can get for your old car, because you are officially trading in your old car. Okay, the discount you can get, let's say that is JText trade cost dot set text. So let's go for about 25,000. That's all you can get. Right, that's fine. I'm just gonna copy this. You can also use else if, but I just feel I can't be bothered. That's fine. So the next one, if it's 5,000 plus 5,001, and that's up to 20,000. So you will get how much for that? 15,000 pounds. 15,000 pounds discount on your car, And what about this? If it's 20,001 to 40, and you get about maybe 10,000. Now if this one has 40,001 to 100,000, then maybe you get about 5,000. Yeah, that's what you get as discount. So let's run it and see that. Let's select there. Okay, Rolls Royce. I need to go back and check the spelling of that. Let's say Lamborghini. So you, that means this, you deduct this from this, so you'll be paying about 78,000 plus. Alright, let's go back in here and get the Rolls Royce sorted. Rolls. Let's check how the spelling. There's an S missing. Right. Let's try it again. Select the ruler itself. Yeah, that's fine. The ruler is back on track. Okay. Now the next one is supposing a customer decide to add a global positioning indicator into their car. That means they want the price there. The same thing applies to this. Leather interior, modify the outside body and stereo. Okay, so let's come back in there and select them individually to take care of that. Exit. So come right here and let's come in here. Right click on the global positioning indicator, select action, perform, and right here. Okay, let's use conditional statement to highlight the price. So if the GPS, that should be a bracket, dot is selected, let's say, let's compare the value in there, equals true. If it's true, enter your curly braces. This is what I want the system to do. JTXT GPS dot set the price to, let's go for maybe 350. I still don't know the price of these things. Okay, but you guys can always do your own research. Alright, so that is the price of that. Supposing the other one, I'm just gonna maybe copy. Let's go for the other one. GPS is taken care of. This is the layer. Let's come in here. We can come in here and just right click, select action, perform. Yeah, paste that in there and change this one to, or is this customize? Alright, customize. It's not a layer. Right. Okay, what's the price to customize it? Let's go for about 6,000 plus to customize the car. Alright, you can always maybe just copy all of these if you want for the other one. Okay, copy from here because you have to add the action listener. Okay, all of these. If you don't want to go inside the code, if you don't want to go on the object itself and click on it, if you have the skills, you can just copy it and change it around. Copy that. So let's come to modify here and paste that right underneath modify. Just change the names around to modify. Okay, but make sure you have the skills. If you don't understand it, just click on the object itself. Alright, that is modify. So let me run it and see if those three works. If it works, that's it. Okay, GPS works. Customize, fine. Modify, that works as well, but we need to change the price. Okay, just 2 more to go. That is fine. And the next thing is, let's change the price of these to maybe 7.9 because you're actually modifying the engine and so on. So let's come in here. The next one is the leather interior. Right click, add event, action perform for the leather interior. Now come right down here. Here you can just copy, being lazy, paste that in there and change it around. Leather interior. That would be a little bit expensive. Let's make that 3,000 plus. Right, that's the leather interior of your car. And finally, we need the stereo. Is it the stereo? Let's see. Yeah, the car stereo. Action, perform. Car stereo shouldn't be that expensive. Right. So stereo, copy and paste. So maybe let's go for 400 plus. Alright, that is it. So if I run it, this is what the system should look like. So let's assume you want all of those gadgets on your car, or in your car, sorry. So engine modified, customize the appearance and so on. Stereo, GPS. Okay, that's fine. Select this, and the name, an address, and so on. Okay, when we click on total, I want the total cost here. Alright, let's click on reset. That's good. So now what we need to do is to work on total. So exit. Okay, for the total we will have to now right click on the total. Let's select action perform, and right in here I'm going to have to declare or create an array. Let's call it car cost equals dim, let's say double, and I'm going to go for, let's say 10 for now. I can always increase that. Right, that's my array. Array always starts with 0, so I'm going to copy car cost. The very first part of it is 0, and that will be assigned to, depend on the arrangement of my, okay, let's go for Okay, let's say double dot pass double, and what I want to pass is going to be JTXT, the car cost dot get text, and out here semicolon. That's for the very first one. The other one is trade cost. Let's copy. I think in total it's going to be about 7. 2. That's, well, 1, 2. Undo that. That's 3, 4, 5, and 6. And this one is going to be trade cost. There's a T here. Alright, then this, let's call this one GPS, and followed by maybe stereo. I don't think it's the stereo. I think it's something else. Let's see. I just want to arrange it properly. Customize. Customized. Then there's letter and modify. And finally, that'll be stereo. Right. Those are the items. Okay, the car will be assigned to array 0. The trade off or trading car will be assigned to array number 1, and so on and so forth. Okay, let's say car cost 7. That's array number 7 in there. Let's add the following. Inside array number 7 is going to be car cost 0, car cost 0 minus car cost 1, because car cost 1 is the trading car, so we have to deduct that from these to get whatever. So let's say car cost 8. Then we add all of these together. We add from car cost 7 and so on. So that's gonna be plus so that's going to be from here. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, and 7. There. 1.7 here. Okay, so that's the cost of everything is now added here. So that officially is my subtotal, really. Okay, now let's come in here and just say string variable subtotal equals string dot format, and what we are formatting is going to be, let's convert it to pound sign anyway, pound dot into 2 decimal place. Okay, and what we're formatting is here, car cost 8, right there. There, that's the subtotal. Close this off here. Right. But in here, let's go for car cost 9. Car cost 9, we should use that for tax. So the tax is going to be car cost 8. Let's multiply that by 0.4 and divide by 100. Right, that's the subtotal. And in here I was meant to enter, let's say, JTXC subtotal dot set equals subtotal. Right, that's subtotal. Now let's work out that of tax. Paste that in there, just change this to tax. And tax is 9. And in here, JTXC tax dot set tax equals tax. So tax is done. Now we want to deal with total itself. In the case of total, we can just add the value inside this. So let's put them in bracket, out of bracket here, and paste this in here. So I'm adding the tax and the subtotal together to get total. So total equals JTXC total dot set. Now what we're setting in there will be total. Right there. That is taken care of. Hold on. Okay. Now let's run it. Have a good look at the codes. Let's run it and see. These are the codes for the whole calculation from here down here to total. Let's run it. Select a car that you want to buy. Okay, the mileage is between this range, so we need to change the price of this. It's not changed yet. Oh, it's okay. It's 100,000. All right. Then let's say you select anything that you want in here, and there we go. So at the end of the day, you are actually paying approximately 104,600 plus for the car. Okay, right. Okay, that is correct because we have to add all of this into it. Supposing we uncheck one of these, you see it's incomplete. If we uncheck, it should default back to 0. So I need to get that sorted. If it's unchecked, it should default back to 0. Alright, so let's reset and come right in here, because when you check it uncheck. Alright, let's go back and get that sorted. Okay, select the global positioning indicator, go to action perform. So right here I'm going to use else if. So might as well just copy this and just enter else in there. Else if it's false, then this should be 0. That's all I needed to do. Right, Okay, now let's come in here and repeat the same thing for the others. Copy. False equals that's 0 as well. Okay, 3 more to go. Right, that's a 0 there. Modify. It gets you paying attention, so that's how easy it is to put together. It might be time consuming, but at the end of the day it's alright. It's worth the whole effort. So now let's come in here. Finally, the last one here. Okay, there, all done. Now run. So we can select whatever car we want. Let's change the car this time around. Okay, select that. Alright, I don't want leather interior, that's fine. Okay, let's add it all up. That's what we get. Supposing I don't want leather interior, and we recalculate. Okay, I don't want it customized, recalculate. I don't want it modified, recalculate. Just the 2 basic equipment. So that's all I'm paying for my car. And enter your customer's name there. Let's say Dr. Toby. Okay, an address Kingston. Right. So enter details of Dr. Toby in there. All that is left for us now is to issue out a receipt. So for the receipt, let's go back into our program, come right down here and right click on the receipt, action perform, yeah, right there. Okay, for the receipt I'm going to declare the following string variable. So let's go for name, or maybe lowercase. That's a C name. That's customer name equals JTXT name dot set text. Now it's going to be dot get text. Right, it has to be get. Right. Okay, that's my first variable. The second one is going to be address equals, just going to copy, paste, and change this to address. And so this is going to be postcode, and this is postcode as well. Telephone, and this is telephone as well. Not telephone here. This is email, and this email too. Right, all taken care of there for the customer's details. The next one is going to be for I'm not going to spend much time on this, so let's just say that is for my tax. So for the tax, that's going to be JTextTax dot get whatever we have in there, right? And we repeat the same thing for the others there. Okay, now that I have all my variable in place, I will now use those variables. Okay, now let's use them to add data onto the receipt. JText receipt, right? We dot append, and the data that I intend to append, we're going to have to enter those in here. But first thing first, let's just enter the title here. Let's go for tab car dealer systems. All right, so let's come right in here and enter. That is for next line. Okay, press enter. No, enter. Right, then the next thing, let's say plus. I want this to be maybe a line. Let's enter a line here. I don't know how long that's going to be, so maybe about that. I can always modify it. Right, let's press enter again. Plus new line, that's going to be name, customer's name, the very first one above, and let me say tab. Let's go for 2 tabs first, and come out here, plus name, name I called it. Right, that's the variable of that one there. Then the other one, I can just copy and change the others around. Copy. So the next one here is address. Copy, paste address here, and change this to address, uppercase. Postcode. Telephone. Here we have telephone and telephone here, and we have email and email here. Then we need 4 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's copy that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 actually. So I'm going to make my total. Let's put the total right underneath here. Copy that. Total will be here. Get rid of the R. Total right there. Followed by the subtotal. And subtotal here. Then the tax right here, and tax here. Okay, we now have the car itself, 1 here. Okay, car here. outcome, and finally trading value. Right, that is it, all done. Now let's copy this. Now I'm going to just paste that somewhere, maybe here, or maybe right underneath here. Okay, here, and another one underneath here. Then we can then enter maybe a comment there. Most receipts do have comments, so let's say something like thanks for shopping with us. Thanks for choosing Captain's Service. Right there, and that's all there is to it. So that is my receipt taken care of. So have a good look at it. The first thing I did is to declare the variable, and assign all of the data in each of the text box into those variables. Then those variables were then added onto were then appended onto the text area. So let's run it and you guys see how the whole system look like. There. First thing is to enter the customer's name. Let's say let's go for a lady. Baker. Rebecca Oko. Then address, let's say number 19, somewhere in Lagos. And postcode. Oh, come on, man. Telephone number, email address, say Gmail. Alright, then the car she wants is Bugatti and trading car. She has that. Then she wants all of the components here. Click on that, print out the receipt for me, circle, and there guys. And that is how you develop your own vehicle inventory management system. So with that, I'm going to call it the end of this tutorial. I suppose you guys enjoyed. Bye for now, and do subscribe and rate it. Bye.